Ciao! If you've clicked on this video, it's either because you thought the thumbnail was interesting or because you've been signposted by one of my other videos. Either way, welcome. I'm going to be showing you how to debone a chicken, and you're going to be needing a sharp knife. Here is what I'm using. A chicken, a board and a pair of hands and a lot of patience. This is a largish chicken. Turn it on its belly so that the back is facing upwards towards you, and score a line across his back, effectively following the backbone as much as you can until you reach the bone. You must ensure that your knife is really sharp for this job, and it will be considerably safer, and using your fingers lift the skin and start pulling it away whilst at the same time you are scoring it with a knife. In no time at all you will see that you will be making very good progress, but ensure that you stay as close as possible to the bones. You do not want to pierce the skin, as we will be closing it again, and clearly we're trying to contain the contents of whatever you're going to be stuffing it with. As you reach the joint where the wing is connected to the rest of the body, go in with a knife and cut through it so that you are disconnecting it. Like this. Perfect. And now it's nice and loose. And the same principle also apply with the leg. So I've just gone in and cut through the joint where it's connected with the rest of the body. I've just completed the other side, and I can now get hold of most of the bone structure of the chicken. So by lifting it and using my knife, I go in and remove any part that is connecting the bones to the chicken. Yeah, I'll turn it around so you can also see this side. It is one of those jobs that requires a little bit of practice, and the first time will probably take you a long time, but if you do it more often you will find that you'll become more skilled. Otherwise you can always ask your butcher. I'm sure that if you ask nicely they'll do it for you. Perfect, that's done. And now we have the remaining part of the bone structure, which is mostly cartilage. So get hold of the part that needs to be removed and go underneath with a knife and start scoring through it. And with a little patience and perseverance, this is also coming through now. There. Before I proceed with deboning the legs, I will remove any bones left behind. So there is a little one here, I think it's the wishbone, just broken it. And it goes without saying, be very careful with sharp knives. And there it is, that's the remaining part of the wishbone. A little feel, that's good, it's all free. And I'm now moving on to the legs, and I'm going to be scoring the joint here with a knife first. And the leg will be done in two stages. This is the first part, this piece of leg or bone that need to come off first. So I'm going to be gently removing the meat that is around this piece of bone. You can see that it's very easy until I reach the joint, and go in with your knife and cut through it. Perfect. And having removed that part of the bone, I can now do the rest of the leg. So point the leg downwards so that you can apply some pressure, and like you did before, find the top of the bone, get hold of the top of the bone, and using your knife start scraping through so that you're removing the meat, and let the knife and gravity do all of the work for you. Once you reach the end and you cannot go any further, put your knife down and get hold of the end part and pull. And as we scored it, it should just come off very easily. And push it back into position using your fingers. And I'll now move on to the other leg, but I don't need to show you that again. And the other leg is also done, and it's looking pretty good now. And I'm now going to be removing some of this meat from the breast. The reason why I do that is because you're going to be stuffing this with something. And at the moment all of the meat is on the breast, and clearly as we sew it back together it would be nice to have some meat also on the other side. So I will be distributing some of the meat across the entire size of the chicken. Obviously, as you cut through your breast, make sure that you do not pierce it, and always be careful with your fingers, and just cut enough so that you can put it all around it. You will have noticed that I have not deboned the wings. I don't think it's necessary, and also they look prettier if you leave them on. But by all means, you can debone them as well. I've done it in the past and be fiddly, but I don't know if it's really worth it. That I think is enough. And by the way, you can debone any bird using exactly the same principle. I have done a goose before. I've also done a turkey. Big but interesting, and actually there is a video where I've deboned a duck, and I'll put a little link up here so that if you fancy taking a look at that, you can see that one as well, and you might want to follow the recipe. But either ways, any bird, exactly the same principle. And that is it really, job done. It's finished, and I'm gonna show you one more thing, which is what I do to sew it back together. I use this needle, which is specifically for the job, and also some cooking string. You can find them from most supermarket. And just like if you are sewing a pair of socks, really, put your stuffing in the chicken and then sew it back until has the original shape of your chicken. But you can have a look at that if you want to see what I'm doing with this particular chicken in the recipe. I'll put a link here as well. And by the way, I'll show you, I'll just move the camera. I'm actually using the bones here. I've put a bay leaf and some water, nothing else, to make some stock. What I'll do with this, once it's all most probably boil for about half an hour, and then I'll let it cool down, and then I'll put it in the freezer. I do not have a recipe for it today, but that is a perfect good chicken stock for whatever you might need it. Ciao ciao, thank you for watching, and happy deboning.